Amen, say man. What's good with y'all boys? Today we on Haikyuu Legends with it. And as I read by the title, we finna do a beginner's guide. So in this beginner's guide, we're mainly gonna be covering spiking and setting. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so when you're setting, you eventually just get used to it with just knowing like where you have to be to spike it. And the main thing that's key though is making sure that you're standing completely still when you're setting. Because if you move, the ball will also move. And for the easy spikes, you want the ball just to be going straight up and no other direction.
It really does make a big difference.
Definitely. Like watch, I'll move and you see it has a lot of momentum. It's even going almost over the net now. But yeah, it moves with you, so just keep that in mind. Now to spike it, there's the one thing that a lot of people mess up on. When you spike, you're going to see a too low. And I'm going to show you exactly why you guys get this. This is what happens to a lot of y'all. Y'all do that. Now you might be wondering what the hell I just did. I held W when I was spiking. Do not, and I mean do not hold W when you're spiking. Unless you're literally at like right here. And even still, it doesn't work. I need the ball to be like really high up in the air to potentially get that to work.
The only way that you would ever need to hold W is if the ball is ahead of you and you know for a fact you cannot hit it from where you are. Because if you hold W from there, it'll give you a little bit extra range. Otherwise, it's going to say it's too low because you hit it in the wrong spot.
Exactly. See, that right there, I held nothing. I held nothing down. But if I would have held W, it would have been like too low. And you got to watch out for that. That's the main mistake that a lot of people make, because when they jump, they hold W thinking it doesn't do anything, and the direction that you hold really matters in this game. See, again, I held nothing. So in this game, the way that you tilt matters a lot, so keep that in mind. And you can test this out and test tilting different directions. Like you can do, oops, messed that up. But you can do things like tilting left or right. Those can be really advantageous depending on what side of the court that you're on. But the main thing is just never hold W, and you get significantly more powerful spikes.
At least when you're starting out. And then you can figure out from there.
Like all these, I'm not holding anything down. All this.
It's not like you're gaining any like benefit from doing the harder spikes or anything like that. Like sometimes simple is key.
Exactly.
What are you two strangers doing in here?
Alright.
Alright. Alright.
Oh wait, is it actually private?
Yeah, we're doing a video right now.
Oh my bad, my bad. Yo, you guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Just got a video
How did I know that was gonna happen, bro?
Yeah, one thing I want to explain to them too. So something that's really important when spiking to know is that the where you're looking really doesn't matter mouse aim wise, but where your character is facing does.
Yeah.
So looking down when you're aiming, that joint really don't matter. I'm not gonna lie. But
no, it doesn't matter at all.
Looking left or right matters definitely.
It changes the entire direction of where you're going. Okay, I failed. I don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, crazy spike.
Yes, sir.
It's easy to really get it consistent. One thing that's important though, I will say, for people that try this out and it doesn't really work the way that you want it to work, definitely be looking into your spike stat. Me and Kanji have carries that high spike stat. Depending on how much you have, you're gonna want to be closer to the net. So like if you have yellow, I would say you can really spike from where you want, but if you have orange or anything like that, you're gonna want to be close to the net.
I mean, the closer you are, the bigger the tilt on the angle is going to be. So you're going to be able to hit it a lot closer to the ground if you're doing it from close up, like immediately to the ground versus it going like in a further place. That makes it easier for them to get.
Right. The closer you are, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be able to actually get a score. But at the same time, It depends, because there's definitely a medium to it. I believe that being towards the middle at the back, in my opinion, like behind the line, I think that definitely gives you a lot of opportunity to score compared to being right in front of the net. Just because being right in front of the net, a lot of blockers are going to be right there ready.
I fully agree with that. Blockers can read it really easily if you're right up close to the net. But at the same time, you are, like, if you're far back, it'll take way too much time for it to get there so they can react. If you're too close, you know, that's that block. So the middle, he's speaking facts. Every
Yep.
time you're in the middle, it's a lot higher success chance.
And also, if you guys have setters, one thing I gotta recommend, make sure that your setter knows how to like set the ball up properly within 2 passes of the ball, right? So let's say, for example, you're a spiker and you want to spike the ball. You can do the first set. That first set can even be shaky a little bit. But just make sure that your setter resets the ball back to neutral before you spike. That way you actually be able to get the spike off. What a lot of people mess up with is, if you waste your hits and the set ends up shaky at the very end, you're probably not going to get that spike. If the ball has too much momentum to the left, to the right, or forward or backwards, it's going to be really hard. And some people can't do it, but that's just because they really know the speed of the character and the jump on their character.
Definitely.
Why you trying? I don't wanna help. I'd rather be flying and walking. I'm thinking way too often.
But I expected that.
I wasn't expecting it either.